Very good morning. In my previous video, we solved 2018 repeaters question paper on journal. Until now, we solved three problems on journal. One is 2019 regular question paper. Another one is 2018 regular question paper. And in my previous video, we have solved 2018 repeaters question paper problem on journal, and it is fourth problem on journal, and this particular question is from 2017 question paper. Yeah, question is, journalize the following transactions in the books of Datta Prasad for the month of November 2016. And here they are given around 10 to 11 transactions or more than that, and we need to pass journal entries for these transactions. Usually they will give 10 transactions and each transactions will carry 1 mark. I mean, each journal entry will carry 1 mark. Okay. So as I told you people, it is from 2017 question paper and it is appeared in part 3 and question number is 8 and it is appeared for 8 marks. Yes. Now we should write solution. That is journal entries in the books of Datta Prasad for the month of November 2016. Here they are given, no? Journalize the following transactions in the books of Datta Prasad for the month of November 2016. So here, as a solution, what we should write? We should write journal entries in the books of Datta Prasad for the month of November 2016. This is what we need to write. Okay, fine. Now, let us move to solution. Yeah, we'll take transactions one by one and we'll pass the journal entries. Yes, yeah, as we all know that what is the format of journal. Actually, in journal, totally how many columns will come? Here, 5 columns will come. Here, first column is meant for recording date. First column is meant for what purpose? Actually, first column is meant for date. It is meant for date. Just a minute. Yeah, it is meant for a date. Then this particular, yeah, then second column is actually meant for particulars. It is actually meant for particulars, and third column is actually meant for ledger folio, and fourth column is meant for debit rupees, and fifth column is meant for credit rupees. So here first column is meant for what? It is meant for a date. First column is meant for what? It is meant for date. Just a minute. It is meant for date. Okay, fine. Yeah, here first column is meant for recording the date of the transaction. Second column is meant for particulars. It is meant for particulars. Third column is meant for ledger folio. Fourth column is meant for debit. Debit, write in bracket rupees. Write in bracket rupees. Yeah. And fifth column is meant for credit. It is meant for credit. Write in bracket rupees. This is what? This is the format of journal. So totally how many columns will come? 5 columns will come. Okay, let us start. Let us start. Okay. Yeah, what is the first transaction? First transaction is, it is actually dated on 1st November 2016. It is dated on 1st November 2016. What is the transaction? Commenced business with cash rupees 30,000, building rupees 15,000, and bank rupees 5,000. Quite interesting transaction. Yes, commenced business with cash rupees 30,000, building rupees 15,000, and bank is rupees 5,000. Okay, so directly here you are finding three accounts, and there is one more hidden account called capital account. So totally how many accounts are there? Four accounts are there. As we all know that commenced business is nothing but here owner is commencing business with cash rupees 30,000, building rupees 15,000, and bank rupees 5,000. So here totally how many accounts are there? Including owner's account, there are totally four accounts. So let's see which are those four accounts. He has commencing business with cash. So one is cash account. One is which account? It is cash account. And another one is which account? It is building account. Another one is building account. And the third one is which account? It is bank account. Which account? It is bank account. And fourth one is which account? It is capital account. Like this here totally there are four accounts. Four accounts. Okay, let's see. Yeah, which all accounts should be debited and which all accounts should be credited. So before debiting and crediting these accounts, First, we should see to it that these accounts are belongs to which category. By that, further task will become very easy. Cash account is which account? It is real account because it is asset. Building account is which account? It is also real account because it is also asset. Bank account is which account? Actually, it is personal account. Personal account because institution. Capital account is also personal account because capital it represents owner. Understood? So like this, here there are totally four accounts involved in a transaction, and those four accounts are belongs to two are belongs to real account and two are belongs to personal account. Okay, now which account should be debited and which account should be credited? See here, if there are any accounts belongs to real account category, we should see to it that those assets are coming into the business or they are going out of the business. So here, commenced business with cash, it means cash is coming into the business. Debit what comes in? Cash comes in. So cash account should be debited. And here business is not commenced only with cash, it is commenced even with building. So building is also coming into the business. So building account should be debited. The next one is bank account. Okay, here commenced business with cash rupees 30,000, building rupees 15,000 and bank rupees 5,000. Meaning we are taken 5,000 rupee from bank and we invested into the business. Understood? It is nothing but here actually in this particular situation, here bank is which account? It is personal account. So we are taken 5,000 rupee from bank means banker is the giver or he is the receiver? He is actually giver. Which rule is applicable? Credit rule is applicable. Credit rule is applicable. What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So here commenced business with cash, building and a bank. Bank means we are taken 5,000 rupee from bank. Banker is the giver. So bank account should be credited. At the same time, even owner is also giver. So owner's account should be credited. Understood? So here cash comes in cash account debit, building comes in buildings account debit, banker is the giver, banker's account credit, owner is the giver, so capital account is credited. So it is how we need to debit and credit the account. So here in this particular journal entry, two accounts are debited and two accounts are credited. So let's write which all accounts are debited. Cash account debit. Which account is debited? Cash account is debited. Okay. Then next, which account is debited? Building account is debited. Building account is debited. Building account debit. Okay. Then later two, which account is credited? Bank account is credited. Bank account is credited. Later again, which account is credited? Capital account is credited. Capital account is credited. It is how we should write. We should write the journal entry. So cash account debit, building account debit, two bank account and two capital account. Now what we should do? We should write the narration, and that narration must be written in bracket, and it must starts with what? Being. So what is the narration? Being started business with cash. Being started business with cash, building and bank. Actually it is a bank loan. It is bank loan, or you can just write bank, no issue. Okay, so cash account debit, building account debit, two bank account, two capital account. What is the narration? Being started business with cash, building and bank. Okay, ledger folio column is nil. So commenced business with cash. How much cash is invested into the business? 30,000 rupee. What is the value of the building? It is 15,000 rupee. Understood? So here these two accounts are debited. So we written amount in debit column parallel to the name of the accounts are debited. Now in credit column, we should write the amount parallel to the name of the accounts are credited. Yes, how much is taken from bank? 5,000 rupees is taken from bank. See here, he has actually made investment is how much? He has actually made 30,000 rupee in the form of cash and 15,000 rupee in the form of building, out of which he has taken 5,000 rupee from bank as a loan, and remaining money he has invested personally. So personally, he has invested how much? 40,000. See here, what is the sum of these two figures? It is 45,000, out of which 5,000 rupees taken from bank and remaining 40,000 rupees invested from his own pocket. Understood? So what is the journal entry? Cash account debit 30,000, building account debit 15,000, to bank account 5,000, and to capital account 40,000. It is how we should pass the journal entries. And actually, this journal entry is called as compound journal entry. I was telling you people that there are two types of journal entries. One is a simple entry where one account will be debited and another account will be credited. But if it comes to compound journal entry, more than one account will be debited and one account will be credited, or more than two accounts will be credited or one account will be debited, or more than two accounts will be debited or more than two accounts will be credited, where you will find totally more than two accounts in a transaction. That kind of entries are called as what? They are called as compound entries. So it is how we should pass journal entry for this kind of transaction. Yes. Okay. Let us proceed further. Let us move to next transaction. Actually, next transaction, it is dated on 4th November 2011. When it is dated? Actually, it is dated on 4th November, 2011. Just a minute. I will copy this format. Okay. 4th November 2011. Okay. So 4th November 2011. Okay, better we'll remove this particular line also. Again and again, we should not write date, particulars, debit, credit, and all. Let us delete the entire row. Okay, we'll have this particular format everywhere. Just a minute. Okay, fine. Yes. So this particular transaction is dated on 4th November 2016. 2016. What is the journal? What is the transaction? Transaction is bought goods from Manohar rupees 1000 and sorry, bought goods from Manohar rupees 10,000 and paid cash rupees 2,500. See here, I mean business has purchased goods from Manohar worth rupees 10,000 and paid him cash rupees 2,500. So here, what kind of transaction it is? Actually, it is partly cash transaction and partly credit transaction. Understood? We bought goods worth rupees 10,000, but we are paying him only 2,500. So remaining 7,500 we are going to pay it later. So it is partly cash transaction and partly it is credit transaction. And here also, in this particular transaction, you are going to find totally three accounts. How many accounts you are going to find? Three accounts you are going to find. One is purchases account, and another one is cash account. Another one is which account? Cash account. And another one is Manohar's account. Which account? Manohar's account. Like this, totally you will find three accounts because it is partly cash and partly credit. If it was completely credit transaction, only two accounts will come. One is purchases account and another one is Manohar's account. Suppose if it is completely cash transaction, we were finding two accounts, like one is purchases account and another one is cash account. Since this particular transaction is combination of both cash and credit, we are going to find three accounts over here. So which are those three accounts? One is purchases account, another one is cash account, and third one is Manohar's account. Purchases account is which account? It is nominal account. Cash account is which account? Yes, cash account is which account? Actually, it is a real account because it is asset. Manohar's account is which account? It is a personal account. Understood? So, purchases account is nominal account, cash account is real account, Manohar's account is a personal account. Now, we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Actually, purchases are expenses. So, debit all expenses and losses. So, purchases account should be debited. Here, cash account is there, we should check whether cash is coming into the business or it is going out of the business. Here, bought goods from Manohar rupees 10,000 and paid him cash rupees 2,500. So that 2,500 is going out of the business. So it should be credited. And here Manohar's account is there. Just check whether he is the receiver or he is the giver. Bought goods from Manohar. It means he is the giver. Credit is the giver. Debit is the receiver. Credit is the giver. Understood? So Manohar is the giver. His account should be credited. See here, you purchased goods worth rupees how much? 10,000, and you paid him cash rupees 2,500, and you are taken a credit of rupees 7,500. Understood? So purchases account shows debit balance of rupees 10,000. Cash account will show credit balance of rupees 2,500, and Manohar's account will show credit balance of rupees 7,500. So let us write the journal entry now. Which account should be debited? Purchases account should be debited. So purchases account debit. Next one is cash account debit. Which account debit? Cash account debit. Cash account debit. To which account? Sorry, purchases account debit. Sorry, purchases account debit. Yeah, here cash is going out of the business, so to cash account. To cash account, yes. To which account? To to which account? To Manohar's account. To Manohar's Manohar's account. Understood? Once again I will repeat. Purchases are expenses, so debit all expenses and losses is the rule of nominal account. So purchases account should be debited. Here cash is going out of the business, that is rupees 2,500. So cash account is credited, and Manohar is the giver. So even Manohar's account is credited. So what is the narration now? Narration is being goods purchased from Manohar, and part of the payment is made. Part of the payment is made. Understood? Only part of the payment is made. Now how much we have paid? 2,500. So here purchases are expenses, purchases account debit. So we purchased goods worth rupees 10,000, purchases account debit rupees 10,000. Okay, out of 10,000 how much you paid in the form of cash? 2,500. At how much you have to pay? 7,500. So to cash account 2,500, because that much is going out of the business, and Manohar is the giver. Goods worth rupees 2,500 on credit. Worth rupees 2,500 on credit. Okay, let us move to next transaction. Next transaction. Actually, next transaction, it is dated on. Yeah, it is dated on 5th November 2016. 5th November 2016. Yeah, what is the transaction? It is sold goods for cash rupees 10,000, of which deposited into bank rupees 2,000. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes, what is the transaction? Yeah, see here, actually it is dated on 5th November 2016. What is the transaction? It is sold goods for cash rupees 10,000, of which deposited into bank rupees 2,000. Okay, let's see how many accounts will come. Sold goods means one is which account? One is sales account. One is sales account. Yes, you sold it for cash, no? Yes, you sold it for cash. So another account is which account? Cash account. So entire cash have you retained with the business? No. Out of which 2,000 is deposited into bank. So another account is which account? It is a bank account. Here most of the entries are compound entries. They are not at all difficult to deal, but you should have a proper knowledge. You should find out the accounts properly. So here sold goods for cash rupees 10,000, of which deposited into bank rupees 2,000, meaning to someone we sold goods worth rupees 10,000, and out of which 2,000 we have deposited into bank. So only how much cash we have retained? Only 8,000 rupee we have retained. Okay, let's see. Sales account is which account? It is nominal account. It is a nominal account because it is income to business. It is a income to business. It is nominal account. Cash account is which account? It is a real account because it is asset. Bank account is which account? It is a personal account because it is a institution. It is a institution. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. See here, sales are income, right? So What is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So sales are income, so sales should be credited. Yes, here you sold goods for cash. It means cash is coming into the business, right? So cash account should be debited. What is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here cash is coming into the business, so we have to debit cash account. Okay, now here of which deposited into bank. Banker is the receiver or he is the giver? He is actually the receiver. So debit is the receiver. So banker's account should be debited. Understood. So now how we should write the amount? We sold goods worth rupees 10,000, right? We sold goods worth rupees 10,000, of which 2,000 rupees deposited into bank. It means 8,000 rupees is maintained in the form of cash and remaining 2,000 is deposited into bank. So here cash account is debited with 8,000 rupee. Bank account will be debited with 2,000 rupee. Sales account will be credited with rupees 1,000. Understood? So which account should be debited? Cash account debit, because cash comes in. Cash comes in. Cash account is debited. Cash account debit. Okay. Yeah. Then banker is the receiver, because of which deposited into bank means banker is the receiver. So bank account debit, bank account debit. Which account should be credited now? Sales account should be credited, because sales are income to business. So to sales account. What is the narration now? Narration is being sold goods for cash, being sold goods for cash, of which part of the amount is deposited into bank. Part of the amount is deposited into bank. Yes, okay. This is how we need to write the narration. Okay. We sold goods worth rupees 10,000, but out of which how much is received in the form of, yeah, how much is retained? Yeah, actually 8,000 is retained in the form of cash. So cash account debit rupees 8,000. Out actually we sold goods worth rupees 10,000, out of which 2,000 is deposited into bank. Remaining is maintained in the form of cash. Understood? So cash account debit 2,000, bank account debit rupees, cash account debit rupees 8,000, bank account debit rupees 2,000. Now to sales account, how much? We sold goods worth rupees 10,000. So sales account credit rupees, how much? It is rupees 10,000. Understood? Okay. Let us move to next transaction. While passing journal entries, we should be careful. We should be able to find out number of accounts. We should be able to find out those accounts are belongs to which category. Later, we must be capable to apply the debit and credit rules to those accounts based on the situation and circumstances. Okay. So let us move to next transaction. Next transaction, it is dated on 8th November 2016. Yeah, what is the transaction? It is a received cash from Siddhi, rupees 8,000, and allowed him a discount rupees 200. Okay. Received cash from Siddhi rupees 8,000 and allowed him discount rupees 200. Let's see how many accounts are there here. Actually, here you are finding three accounts. Which are those three accounts? Received cash means one is a cash account. Understood? Yeah. And you gave him a discount. So another one is a discount account. Yes, from whom you have received? You have received it from Siddhi. So these are three accounts which are involved in this particular transaction. One is cash account, another one is discount account, and the third one is Siddhi's accounts. Received cash from Siddhi. So cash is one account, then Siddhi is another account, and discount is one more account. Now cash is which account? Cash is a real account. Which account it is? A real account. Discount is which account? It is a nominal account. Nominal account. Siddhi is which account? It is a personal account. Which account it is? A personal account. So like this, we are finding here three accounts. Now we made classification with these three accounts. Now it will not become difficult for us to decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. See, I received cash from Siddhi. So cash account is there. Now what is the debit and credit rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here received cash from Siddhi means cash comes into the business. So cash account should be debited. Okay, next one is a discount account. Here they are saying that allowed him a discount, meaning we are giving discount to him. It means it is lost to us. So which account? Discount is nominal account. What is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. So here discount is loss. So it should be debited. Okay. Now, Siddhi is a personal account. What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. So received cash from Siddhi. It means Siddhi is the giver. So which account should be credited now? Siddhi's account should be credited. Cash comes in, cash account debit. Discount is lost, discount account debit. Siddhi is the giver, Siddhi's account is credited. Now we should be careful while writing the amount. See here, what happens is whenever discount transactions will come, whenever discount transactions will come, we should try to make an entry for nearest round figure. We should try to make an entry for nearest round figure. So here received cash from Siddhi rupees 8,000. You are receiving cash from Siddhi rupees 8,000 and allowing him discount of rupees 200. It means you are actually receiving from him rupees only 7,800 and you are giving him a discount rupees 200. Actually his account will show a balance of rupees 8,000. Are you getting my point? Here you received cash from Siddhi rupees 8,000 and again you allowed him discount rupees 200, meaning out of 8,000 you gave him a concession of rupees 200. So received cash from Siddhi, cash is how much? 7,800. Discount is how much? It is 200. So Siddhi, what is the total of Siddhi's account? It is 8,000. Yes. So let us write the journal entry now. Let us write the journal entry. Yes. Okay. So in particulars column, which account should be debited? Cash account should be debited. So cash account debit. Okay. Again, which account should be debited? Discount account should be debited. Yesterday I was telling you people that cash account and discount account usually they will appear together. They will appear together. So cash account debit, discount account debit. To which account? To Siddhi account, because Siddhi is a giver. Okay, cash account debit. Yeah, how much actual cash that you have received? 7,800. Discount account debit. Actual discount that you are given is 200. So total of Siddhi's account is how much? It is 8,000. Understood? Okay, we forgot it to write the narration. What is the narration now? Narration should be written in bracket. It starts with being goods sold to Siddhi. Sorry, being received cash from Siddhi, being received cash from Siddhi and allowed him a discount and allowed him a discount. No need to write amounts in a narration. No need to write amounts in a narration. Okay. Hope you people are following me. Received cash from Siddhi rupees 8,000 and allowed him discount rupees 200. Actually, we need to receive 8,000, but we are giving him discount of rupees 200 means actually we have received how much? 7,800 and we gave him discount of rupees 200. So total of Siddhi's account is how much? It is 8,000. Understood? Okay. Let us move to next transaction. Next transaction actually it is dated on 12th November 2016. 12th November 12th November 2016. What is the transaction? Paid commission to Deepak rupees 8,000. Paid commission to Deepak rupees 8,000. How many accounts you are finding over here? You should be enough smart in finding the account. See here, suppose if it is paid or received, most of the time that person is not important. If they mentioned cause, what is the cause for payment here? You are giving him commission. At that time what you are giving is important, to whom you are giving it is not important, especially in case of cash transactions. So here paid commission to Deepak. So which are the two accounts here? One is actually commission account, and another one is a cash account. Understood? Paid commission to Deepak. Here We are giving it to Deepak as a commission. So Deepak is not important. What is important? Commission is important. Commission is actually expense in business. So it is which account? It is nominal account. Yeah. Cash, it is which account? It is a real account. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Paid commission, in the sense it is a expenditure. So what is the rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. So since commission is paid, it is expenditure, it should be debited, and here cash is going out of the business, so cash account should be credited. Understood? So which account should be debited now? Commission account should be debited, because it is what? It is a loss. Sorry, it is expense. So commission account debit. Commission account debit. To which account? To cash account. To cash account. See here, suppose if you were taking it like this, paid commission to Deepak instead of taking cash account. Suppose if you took Deepak's account, sorry, if you took Deepak account, then it is not possible to pass the right journal entry. See here, instead of taking, suppose if we took Deepak account, no, Deepak account is which account? Personal account. Personal account. See here, commission account is debited because it is expenses. When commission account is debited, another account should be credited. No, suppose if we went to credit this personal account, that is Deepak's account, then what is the credit rule of personal account? Credit is the giver, but here paid commission to Deepak means actually Deepak is the receiver. So taking Deepak's account is completely wrong when it is paid in the form of cash. Understood? Yes. Actually, to whom you paid, it is not important. What you paid is more important. Understood? So here you should consider two accounts. One is commission account and another one is cash account. Commission is expenditure, so it is nominal account. It should be debited, debit all expenses and losses. And cash account should be credited because cash is going out of the business. In the next line, what we should write? We should write narration. What is narration? Being paid commission to Deepak. Being paid commission to Deepak. Paid commission to Deepak. Hmm? Yes, this is how we should write journal entry. So how much commission is being paid? 8,000. How much is paid? 8,000. Okay. So debit column rupees 8,000, credit column is nil, credit column is nil, debit column is rupees 8,000. It is how we need to pass the journal entries to the transactions. Okay. Let us move to next transaction. Quite interesting problem, and more we are finding more number of compound entries. We are finding more number of compound entries. Okay, let it be. Let us move to next transaction. Let us move to next transaction. Actually this particular transaction is dated on, it is actually dated on 12th November 2016. When it is dated on 12th November 2016. What is the transaction? It is, yeah, it is withdrawn cash from bank for office use rupees 3,000 and for domestic use rupees 1,000. Here we are withdrawing cash from bank for office use how much? 3,000 and for domestic use how much? 1,000. So how many accounts will come? Sorry. How many accounts will come? Actually here three accounts will come. Which are those three accounts? One is a cash account, one is a cash account because you are withdrawing cash from bank. Understood? So one is cash account and another one is actually you are withdrawing it for business purpose as well as a personal purpose. Personal purpose means which account? Personal purpose means another one is a drawings account. And what is the last account? Last account is a bank account. Which account? Bank account. Like this, totally how many accounts will come? Three accounts will come. One is cash account, withdrawn cash from bank for office use. It means cash is coming into the business, so one is cash account. And for domestic use it is a drawings account, and from whom we are withdrawing? From bank. So let us apply the, let's see these accounts are belongs to which category. Cash account is which account? It is a real account. Drawings account is which account? It is a personal account. It represents owner. Bank account is which account? It is also personal account. Which account it is? It is also personal account. Now what is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in. So withdrawn cash from bank means cash comes into the business, so cash account should be debited. Okay, then a drawings account. what is a drawings account? Here money is withdrawn from bank for personal use or for domestic use. So drawings means it is owner's account. Here owner is the receiver or he is the giver. In case of capital account, he is the giver, but in case of drawings account, he is the receiver. So what is the debit rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver. So drawings account should be debited. Which account should be credited now? Bank account should be credited because it is withdrawn from bank for office use as well as for personal use. So in both the cases, who is the giver? Banker is the giver. So bank account should be credited. Understood? Now how to write the amount? See here, cash account debit. How much cash comes into the business? 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 is taken for business use, that is office use. 4,000 is a drawings account because it is taken for personal use or for domestic use. So totally how much is taken? 7,000 rupee is taken. Understood? So let us write the journal entry now. Withdrawn cash from bank, cash comes into the business. So cash account debit, cash account debit. Okay, owner is the receiver, right? Owner is the receiver. So drawings account debit, drawings account debit. To which account? To bank account. Why bank account it is? Because your banker is the giver. So cash account debit, drawings account debit to bank account. Okay, in the next line, write down the narration. And this narration must be written in bracket, right? And it starts with being, what is the narration? Being cash withdrawn from bank for office use as well as for domestic use. Domestic use. Yes, it is how we should write the narration. Okay. How much is withdrawn for office use? 3,000 is withdrawn from office use, so it goes to cash account. How much is withdrawn for personal use? It is 4,000, which goes to drawings account, right? So totally, how much is withdrawn from the bank? Totally 7,000 rupees withdrawn from the bank. Understood? So it is how we need to pass the journal entry when we withdraw cash for office use as well as for personal use. Cash for office use as well as for personal use. Okay, let us move to next transaction. Yes, hope you people are following me. What is the journal entry for transaction dated on 12th November 2016? It is cash account debit 3,000, drawings account debit 4,000, to bank account 7,000. What is the narration? Being cash withdrawn from bank for office use as well as for domestic use or for personal use. Okay. Here, almost all transactions are compound entries because we are finding more than two accounts in a transaction. Okay, let us move to next transaction. It is actually dated on 15th November 2016. Transaction is paid for advertisement. Just a minute, 15th November 2016. Yes. What is the transaction? Paid for advertisement and wages, rupees 1,500 respectively. We paid for advertisement and wages rupees 1,500 respectively. So how many accounts you are finding? We are finding here three accounts. One is advertising account and another one is wages account. Another one is wages account and another one is which account? Paid, it indicates what? It indicates cash account. So advertisement account, wages account and cash account are three accounts. Advertisement account is which account? It is a nominal account because it is a expense. Wages account is which account? It is also nominal account because it is also expense. And cash is which account? It is a real account because it is a asset. Okay. Now we should decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. Advertising account should be debited because it is expense. What is the debit rule of nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. Since advertisement is expense, it should be debited. At the same time, even wages are also expenses and they are also belongs to nominal account. So even they should be debited. And which account should be credited? Cash account should be credited because here cash is going out of the business. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out is the rule of real account. So here cash is going out of the business. That is the reason we are crediting which account? Cash account. So let us write the journal entry. Yeah, which account should be debited? Advertisement account debit. Advertisement, advertise, VER Advertisement account debit, advertisement account debit. Yes. Next one is wages account debit, wages account debit. To which account? To to which account? To cash account, because cash is going out of the business. It should be credited. So how much we have paid for advertisement? 1000 rupee. How much we have paid for wages? 500 rupees. So totally how much we have paid? 1500 rupee. Understood? Suppose if it is paid for advertisement and wages by check, rupees 1500 respectively. If it is paid, then if it is paid by check, then instead of cash account, which account will come? Bank account will come. Here payment is made in the form of cash. That is the reason which account has appeared here? Cash account has appeared. Okay. Let us move to next transaction. Next transaction. Actually, next transaction, it is dated on 15th November 2000. Sorry, it is dated on 18th November 2016. 18th November 2016. What is the transaction? It is bought machinery from Kirloskar company, bought machinery from Kirloskar company for rupees 20,000, of which paid rupees 8,000 in cash. It means you are purchasing machinery from Kirloskar company, worth rupees 20,000, of which you are paying 8,000 in cash. It means remaining 12,000 is what? It is credit, of which paid rupees 8,000 in cash. You paid 8,000 in cash, but remaining amount is what? It is yet to pay. It is nothing but credit. Understood? So it is what kind of transaction? It is partly cash and credit transaction. So which are the three? Which are the yeah? Actually, here we will go across three accounts. One is we bought machinery, so one is machinery account. One is machinery account. Yes, we paid some amount of cash, so another account is cash account. We got some amount of credit, so another account is a company's account. Which company? It is Kirloskar. Kirloskar company account. Understood? So these are the three accounts. You bought furniture machinery. Yeah, machinery is which account? It is actually real account. Cash is which account? It is also real account. Kirloskar company is which account? It is a personal account. It is personal account. Okay. So, yeah, machinery is real account. What is the rule of machinery? Real account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So purchase bought machinery means machinery comes in, machinery account should be debited. Yes. Here paid rupees 800 in cash. Cash is also real account, but it is coming into the business or going out of the business. It is going out of the business, so it should be credited. Yes. Here Kirloskar company, he is the receiver or he is the giver. Bought machinery from Kirloskar. Hmm? It means Kirloskar company is the giver. Understood? So credit is the giver. How much? Yeah, credit is the giver. So even Kirloskar company account should be credited. See here machinery comes in machinery account debit. Cash goes out of the business. Cash account is credited. And Kirloskar company is the giver. Even Kirloskar company account is credited. Actually here Kirloskar company came because it is partly credit. If it was completely cash transaction, then Kirloskar company account was not appeared. Suppose if it was completely credit transaction, cash account was not appeared. Understood? Okay. So we bought machinery worth rupees 20,000, machinery account debit 20,000 rupee. We paid cash rupees 8,000 and had to pay is how much? 12,000. Are you getting my point? Always total of debit should be equivalent to credit. Okay. So let us pass the journal entry now. Right? Which account should be debited? Machinery account should be debited. So machinery account debit. Okay. Which account should be credited? To cash account. To cash account. Right. And to which account? To Kirloskar account. To Kirloskar company account. Okay, fine. Let us write the amount. Now machinery. We bought machinery worth rupees 20,000. So machinery account debit rupees 20,000. We paid them cash rupees 8,000 and had to pay 12,000. Understood? It is how? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Actually, we forgot to write the narrations to these transactions. Okay. Fine. First, let us write narration for this. Later, we'll go to that previous transaction. Fine. What is the narration now? Narration should be written in bracket. So being bought machinery from Kirloskar company, and part of the payment is made. Part of the payment is made. Yes. Okay. Here paid for advertisement and wages. So write in bracket being advertisement and wages is paid, and wages is paid. This is how we should write the narration. We should write the narration. So this is how we need to pass the journal entries. If it is compound entry, we should be careful. Understood? And when it should be called as compound entry, if there are more than two accounts in a transaction, we should call it as compound entry. Yeah, actually four more transactions are remaining. Let us go through these four transactions in my next video. Yeah, suppose if you people are feeling difficulty in understanding the journal entries, read once again types of account and that is classification of accounts and debit and credit rules of those accounts, and listen to this video for more than one time. By that you people will get proper clarity. Yeah, and most of the transactions are similar in nature. You have to follow the procedure at the time of passing the journal entry. First, you should recognize the accounts involved in a transaction. Later, you should find out those accounts are belongs to which category. Later, based on the situation, based on the circumstance, you need to apply the debit and credit rules of accounting. It is how we should pass the journal entry. So, four transactions are remaining from 2017 question paper. Let us complete these transactions in my next video. Yeah. Thank you so much.